Hello and welcome to episode 17 of a Dynamo Football Book Club Injury Time. My name's Alistair Bond and I'm joined by my co-host, Johnny Coughlin. Johnny, you're not a snake.
No, I don't think I'm a snake. Why do you say such a thing, Al?
Well, this week we're doing our Pig's Head five-a-side. It is players who have moved to a rival club in a snake-like fashion.
Raúl solo lo deja pasar. Atención al disparo, Figo, gol. Gol, 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 gol del Madrid, que revienta el partido con el tanto de Luis Figo. El ganador del derbi y así es el Madrid, 2-0, marcó Luis Figo.
Johnny, have you ever betrayed anyone very badly?
Nothing springs immediately to mind. Why?
No, I just thought I'd put you in an awkward spot, love. Have I ever betrayed someone? Maybe one person. There's one person I feel very guilty about, but I don't want to bring it up now.
Go on, tell me.
Or, well, I mean, I didn't leave. I will cover it. No, I really do feel bad about this. I had a friend, and then I didn't like him anymore, Johnny, and I just stopped answering his phone calls. Ooh, blimey. Maybe that was his spirit in rage, staring down the posters from behind you. I don't think he's dead.
Oh, really? You just ignore? You ghosted? That's ghosting someone, isn't it?
Yeah, we didn't have that terminology at the time. I just ignored his phone calls and subsequent emails. But I don't feel great about it. But
Do I know that
I
person?
feel good about myself. No, you didn't meet him.
Do you want to dedicate this episode to him then?
No. Anyway, so feel bad about it. Okie dokie. So this week we're picking a five-a-side each of football traitors who have betrayed their football teams and left to go to a hated rival. I mean, there's a very famous example of that involving pigs' heads. But let's not bring up any names because they're going to come up in the draft.
Are you familiar with the TV show Traitors?
I am familiar with it, Johnny. I love it. Absolutely love it.
I've never actually seen it. It is good, is it?
Oh, it's super good, Johnny. The whole premise is so fucking flawed, but it's great to see people squirm. It's really good to see people squirm. The psychology of it is very, very interesting.
So you have to. There are traitors, and you have to find out who they are. They're amongst you, and you kind of have to vote them out. Is that it? It's as simple as that.
That's right. If you don't vote them out, they'll vote you out or murder you in the parlance of the show. I mean, it does exhibit people because some people are very good at it and some people are so amazingly bad at it. I mean, we might as well put on a t-shirt saying, I'm a fucking traitor. Honestly, there's some chick on the last series. She was bad. So bad.
That's the you watched the American one, is it?
I've watched the UK one and the Australian one and the American one. So yeah, I was a fan.
So what's the best one?
It was English one, season 2, English one. That was my favourite. It was really good. The Australian one was fun as well, but the whole concept, there is a big flaw to it, and it's all fucked up in the Australian one. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about.
No, it's not. We are here to talk about traitors, but a different class of traitor, a much more despicable type of traitor. I was looking at some of the stats. The Manchester United Liverpool is not a switch that many people have made. Milan and Inter, loads of people have made that switch. It's very common. I wanted to ask you about, so as a Forest fan, you have got beef with Derby and with Leicester, but your primary beef is with Derby, yes?
I mean, in all fairness, Forest fans would say we don't really have any beef with Leicester. Leicester have beef with us, but we don't give a shit. It's Derby that we hate. But I grew up nearer to Leicester than I did Nottingham, so I fucking hate Leicester. I really do.
But who are the traitors in the context of the Midlands Derby? Spicy name.
Well, there is a rat that is going to come up. No, it's fairly common for people to tread the Nottingham to Derby route. But it's how you do it, isn't it, Johnny? It's how you do it. I mean, it's fine. If your fucking career's over and you're totally useless, go to Derby. Enjoy yourself. Knock yourself out. But you can't go there when we care about you. You can't do that. So that's it. I think there is a certain context to being a snake like this. There are some snake moves which are less snake-like than others. As ever, there's a problem position. And I think, yeah, the coin toss is going to dictate who gets that problem position.
Have you got a coin to hand?
I certainly do, Johnny.
You got a coin for the country that you've left your own country for.
Yeah, I suppose I am a traitor. Okay, my first pick is me. Alrighty.
I too am a traitor, but maybe the Ireland-France rivalry is not so big.
Gladiators, ready!
Yeah, because England, USA, like Benedict Arnold I am. All right then, Johnny, heads or tails?
Heads.
It isn't, it's tails.
I really want to toss on this one. So go on. Who is it who you're taking?
Well, all right, Johnny, who do you think I'm taking?
Ronaldo.
No, Ronaldo.
Go on.
Oh, no. Oh, these Italian ones, they don't count to me because they all do it all the fucking time. They all play for it. No, I'm going in goal, Peter Schmeichel.
Well, there are, yeah, okay, I see what you mean. And he is who I've written down as my keeper. But there are other keepers. But anyway, okay. But if you, are you telling me we can only do English derbies because I'm in trouble?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm not saying that at all, Johnny, but I am saying that I don't think. I don't know, in Italy, they really do bounce about from club to club, don't they? It seems the only time Italian teams really get offended is if you go to Juventus. Then they're angry, right? If you go to Juventus, fuck you. But, all right, so for me, I'm not entirely happy because it wasn't a very snake move. He didn't go directly from Man United to City. But I always found it interesting how he would be such a United legend and for the sake of one season just sort of like take the edge off it. How did you feel when Schmeichel went to City?
Yeah, I think it did tarnish Schmeichel's legacy. I also have the additional tarnish of he was fairly maligned by Keane in Keane's first book, and he made him out to be like kind of a big doofus and a dork. And that kind of stuck in my head as well. But I think it did undermine. And it is weird because how long did he joined United in like 1991, right? He was there until he was there past the Champions
He left
League.
after the treble, yeah. He left
Yeah.
after the treble.
So he was there for 10 years effectively. He's the best goalkeeper probably in the history of the Premier League, and he is so associated with that one team. So yeah, it was a funny move, and I think he was a bit of a dick about it at the time as well. Like I don't think he was apologetic enough. You know, you can do it two ways. You can try and you can really, really, rub the nose of your old team in it, like in a kind of a Tevez kind of way. But you kind of have to respect that almost, don't you? But I can't remember what it was specifically of Schmeichel, what he did, but I remember him being just a bit of a dick about it.
I mean, subsequently, Schmeichel has said if City had been the force they were today, he wouldn't have joined them. So he only joined them because they were shit losers. It's a weird rationale. I was watching a clip of Gary Neville snubbing him with a handshake. So good old Red Nev. Yeah, as I said, this didn't like cause absolute earthquakes, did it? Because he had two clubs in between. But for me, it was just a strange one for one season of football, as you say, to tarnish your reputation, as if Peter Schmeichel would struggle to find a club. Yeah, and of course is a mouthpiece for Putin. So good for you, Peter Schmeichel.
Go on, I don't know this. Tell me more.
Oh, he was contracted to Russia Today. He had a big contract with Russia Today. Russia's propaganda channel. Loves the money, wherever it comes from Putin or Man City or bacon. He's taking it.
Big bacon.
Yeah, he's in the pocket of big bacon.
Okay, well, I've already had kind of announced my one, but you said don't pick Ronaldo because of the Italian one. Ronaldo did it in two cities, played for both teams in two cities, and he's the only person that I could find who did that. He played for Barcelona and Real Madrid, and he played for Inter and AC Milan. Now that is pretty special.
Do fans of any of those clubs hate him?
Barcelona, I'd say, surely. Like those, they don't like Figo anyway.
But it's all right. If you have a couple of clubs in between, though, it does soften it, doesn't it? For sure.
Do you think so? Well, it does. Well, it would soften it, but yeah, like I don't know. I guess I don't know the answer. I just assumed that there was some ill will there. But okay, if you're arguing against it, he played he played 49 games for Barcelona in one season across all competitions. How many goals do you think he scored in 49 games?
Ooh, 40.
47.
Oh,
And he played one Clasico, which they lost and he didn't score it. But then he was at Real Madrid from 2002 to 2007, like the Galactico years. He played 127 times for Real Madrid. How many goals?
yeah, I guess he was about. He was just always injured, right? 50.
83. 104 in all
83.
competitions. But he scored 4 goals against Barcelona in his time at Real Madrid.
All right. I'm just thinking of my next pick. I'm not sure he's going to be as good as Ronaldo, El Fenomeno. I saw Ronaldo play like 20 times, Johnny. I saw him play for Corinthians when I lived in Brazil. He was there every game. He was noticeable. You could tell where he was on the pitch at all time because he was so much fucking fatter than everyone else. When I was in Brazil, I was watching his like late night Saturday show, and he came on as a guest, and I was watching with my girlfriend, and obviously they were nattering away in Portuguese. And this host was poking Ronaldo in the stomach. And I was saying to my girlfriend, what's he saying? He's saying, you like lasagna too much, Ronaldo. You like lasagna too much. I was poking him.
Who are the natural rivals of Corinthians?
Palmeiras.
He's played for Cruzeiro and Corinthians in Brazil. But I guess those guys don't have beef.
Yeah. Sao Paulo they hate as well, but I think Palmeiras is the one. When I went to live in Brazil, my girlfriend said, what is your Brazilian team? And I was like, Palmeiras? No, baby. Oh, no, it's not. Who is it? It's Corinthians. Okay. It is Corinthians. Fucking great team, though. But I still got a soft spot for Palmeiras. Or green shirt.
Corinthians have black and red, though, don't they?
Well, no, they wear white is their home shirt, but I think they seem to wear black as much as they do white. Yeah, they just wear either white or black.
Mm.
Chimao, which means the oars. Like boat oars. All right, so you've got Ronaldo. So here's my next pick. A player of similar quality, but in terms of snake-likeness, the biggest snake of them all, Chris fucking Commons, you fucking worm. You turd of a man. Awful, awful Chris Commons. The year is 2007, it might be 2008, but Forest have finally got promoted from the 3rd Division, League One. Thank fuck for that. What a horrible ordeal that was. And they're going up with some decent players. Oh, lovely Nathan Tyson. But our lovely shining pearl in our necklace of footballers was Chris Commons. But what did he do? He fucked off to Derby. He had a fucking Forest tattoo. The fucking worm. But I was just listening to him sniveling away in an interview as to why he did it. Oh, it didn't feel like the club really wanted me. We did want you. We all loved you. We just didn't realize you were going to do the worst thing in the world. So yeah, he went from Nottingham Forest, a proclaimed Nottingham Forest supporter, couldn't kiss the badge enough. And off he went to Derby. And what the worst thing is, his career really went on quite well after that. He went to Celtic, and then he snaked on England and became a Scotland international. Double snake. Awful, the two-headed snake. Eat yourself. Are you familiar with Chris Commons? I'm sure he's not a household name.
I know the name, and I know I was going to ask you if he played for Celtic. I do remember him playing for Celtic, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was like Scottish Football Writers Player of the Year up in Scotland, which really is an indictment on Scottish football if old Chris Commons is winning it. But yeah, at the time, Johnny, I used to have little conversations in my head about what I'd say. At the time, I was working on cruise ships, and I had like this fantasy scenario whereby he'd come to the cash desk on my cruise ship and try and get service. I'm not going to serve him. I'm not going to serve this man. I had these arguments in my head I would have with Chris Commons if he came in. It ended with me spitting on him. Anyway.
And did it ever happen?
No, I've never met Chris Commons. I've just seen him in an interview. He looks like a fat dork.
Did you ever meet a footballer on the cruise ships? How far-fetched was this hypothetical?
Yeah, pretty far-fetched. No footballers on the cruise ships that certainly made themselves known to me.
And would you have expected your other your fellow cash desk guys on the cruise ship to have rowed in behind you? We used to end with a we used to end with a
Yeah, they were equally as disgusting. Chanela from Trinidad and Tobago and Ronnie from the Philippines. Little Rocket Ronnie. Yeah,
They were-
they fucking hate him too. Everyone did.
Yeah, okay, well
They're all together in contempt for Chris Commons. All right, so you've got Ronaldo outfield, and I've got Chris Commons. Okie dokie. Who's your next picks, Johnny?
I'm going to go for Dennis Law because I'm going to stick with the Manchester City, Manchester United connection. And Law was pretty good in his day. And stature from outside Old Trafford and all the rest of it. He won the European Cup with Man United in 1968 and however amount of leagues. But I guess he's not as famous for, but he's very famous for his backheel goal that relegated Manchester United. Like, that definitely warrants mention in this conversation.
I know. And we always used to say it could never happen again. But now I think maybe it could. Just keep doing what you're doing, Ruben. Keep doing what you're doing, son. You're doing great.
Was that the first ever celebration, I wonder? Because he didn't really celebrate. That was what, 1973, 74?
Yeah, I can picture it. I've seen the goal. Yeah, and he wasn't very happy about it, was he?
No, I suspect any of his former teammates who are still on the United team were probably a damn sight less happy about it still.
Do you know how he ended up at Man City?
He moved directly from United to City. He scored 237 goals in 404 games. Still United's third highest scorer. He had a bad knee. He was in out of the team and he was released on a free transfer. He thought his career was up, but then he signed for Man City. On the 27th of April 1974, at Old Trafford, he scored with a delicate back heel. Didn't celebrate, which makes it worse in a way. United were relegated. And he retired shortly afterwards. Do you think he should have done that, Al?
Should have scored the back heel. Yes, I think he should.
Do you think he should have signed for Manchester City on the same basis as what you said about Schmeichel? His career is over. You know, he's got some plum job lined up for himself working behind the bar in his local pub. Where does he need to go play for Man City?
Again, though, I got a bit of sympathy. You know, back then, they got paid tuppence halfpenny, right? I mean, like moving house and everything would have been a big deal. I don't know. I just got more, especially if you've been dropped from a team, you're injured. Again, though, yeah, probably find another team, right? Surely Dennis Law could have found another team other than Man City.
Well, he was, like, according to this, he was released because United thought he was finished. So I guess in a way he must have thought, well, fuck them. And he did fuck them. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So, yeah, great start. You got Dennis Law and El Fenomeno. Great.
Yeah.
All right. My next pick is another player who is certainly not in these lads' categories. And it is die, Nicky, die. Die, Nicky, die. It's Nicky Barmby.
That's a good one.
Now, Nicky Barmby. I mean, who really gives a shit? Nicky Barmby. Did he ever really do anything sort of like faffed around? He's quite good. Sort of fringes of the England team for a while. But I tell you what it got for me. This is the disingenuousness of him. The disingenuousness. There he was. He was at Everton. He was Everton's best player. Bill Kenwright was the chairman at the time, and he said, Nicky Barmby came in and said the 6 worst words in the English language. Can you guess what those 6 worst words are?
I want to join Liverpool. There's only 5.
I want to play for Liverpool. Very good, though, Charlie. Very good indeed, Charlie. Very good. I want to play for Liverpool. And so he did. And okay, you know, Liverpool, bigger team than Everton, that's fine. But I remember at the time, Johnny, there he was at a press conference. I think, like, yeah, one of the journalists was like, "So, Nicky, obviously a lot of Everton fans are very disappointed with your move, and there's quite a lot of hatred towards you." And he's like, uh, uh, we are still talking about football, aren't we? I mean, we are still." It's like, yes, Nicky, we are still talking about football as well. You fucking know, son. As if like, what? Everton fans are going to be upset by this? I have no idea. Why don't they grow up? Why don't football supporters grow up? Do your thing, Nicky. That's fine. But don't fucking pretend like you haven't done the move of a snake. It's a snake move, dude. You've done it. Just own it and just be like, "I'm sorry. The opportunity came up." Not like, "Oh, really? Oh, they don't like it. I had no idea." Fuck you, Nicky Barnby, you mid player. I don't even know why I'm so angry. He didn't do it to Forest. I think he went on to play for Forest and was shit. So fuck Nicky Barnby. On behalf of Everton fans. Ooh, I don't want to be on Everton's fan side. But there you go. My next pick is Nicky Barnby, who will be marking Ronaldo. All right.
I feel bad. I've got a list of players here in front of me, and they're better than Nicky Barmby and Chris Cummins.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got a list of players. Okay. Who are you going for next, then, Johnny?
I think that the real problem position is actually in defence. And there's a real snake there.
Well, I mean, they're snakes in defence, Johnny. It's just they're too famous, aren't they? Too famous
Yeah.
snakes. Like.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Luis Enrique, but he went the other way. He went from Real Madrid to Barcelona. That's a
Oh,
good. Yeah.
Well, you see, I'm learning, Johnny. I had no idea he ever played for Real Madrid.
Yeah, he went the other way. Whereas all those guys, I guess he was maybe a few years before your Figos and your Zidanes and all those Galacticos, but he was a Barcelona legend, but not before he played for Real Madrid. So I'll put him in there for the crack. He's about as successful a manager as a good player has ever been, really, now that he's won the Champions League, eh?
Yeah, Guardiola was quite a good manager as well.
Yeah, I suppose he's quite good, all right. So Luis Enrique played 213 times for Real Madrid.
I'm genuinely, I was open mouth, 230. I really had no idea about that.
I'm not even talking about the 42 games he did for Sporting Gijon. You probably don't know about them either, do you?
I knew about Gijon.
And then he played 300 times for Barcelona.
Yeah, I was following his career when he was at Gijon, and then just dropped out of my radar for 5 years. No kidding. I really didn't know he played for Real Madrid. There you go.
All right, go on. Tell me what you got.
All right. A World Cup winner. Oh, yes. A World Cup winner in 1986. For a long spell until his record was broken by Diego Simeone, he was the most capped player for Argentina. I'm choosing Oscar Ruggeri. Oscar Ruggeri, centre-back. And he made the move from Boca to River Plate. Now then, Nicky Barmby, see how you fucking like this. When Ruggeri moved from Boca to River Plate, the Boca supporters burned down his fucking house with his mum in inside. That's how you do it.
Those stupid Everton fans, they would never think to do that.
His mum and dad were fine. No one was hurt. But yes, his house was burned down by Boca fans. So, I mean, that's the way to do it. If I knew where Chris Commons lived.
You were just waiting for him to come to you. But our boy Di Stefano played for both those teams, didn't he? Now that you mention it.
But specifically, Ruggeri went straight from Boca. Were having a bad time. He wanted to win stuff. He won the double twice with River Plate in what was some of Boca's very, very worst years as well. He went on to play for Real Madrid as well. He played 90 times for Real Madrid. A real elite footballer.
Yeah, okay. That's a nice one. Okay, well, if we're gonna like if I were to say, if I just look at the list here, Al, the list of players that are available to me, this guy is not one of the better ones. But who is the most famous for making one of these moves?
Well, there's two. There's two I think are the most famous. One is the pig's head, and one is Sol Campbell.
Okay, well, I'm going for neither of them. And this guy is decidedly worse. It's Mo Johnson. And like that's the most famous one in a way. I guess he's not as famous a player as those other fellas, but he did the the most
The
unthinkable.
unthinkable divide. Yeah, absolutely.
And like it wasn't a direct switch either. He was with Nantes in between. So he is a Catholic who played for Celtic. He scored 52 goals in 99 games for Celtic, which is not a bad return. Then he skips off the Nantes for a couple of years and he says, I'd love to go back to Scotland. I would really love to go back to Scotland. And he went to Rangers, where he scored 31 goals in 76 appearances. I remember hearing about this before. Like, obviously, he was hated by the Celtic fans and widely rejected by one half of the city, but he wasn't exactly embraced by the Rangers fans and stuff. I think there was problems, like they wouldn't hang up his shirt and he was just constantly being mugged off by the Rangers staff and stuff like that as well. When I was in Barcelona in 2008, I happened to be there to run the marathon now, and we met some Celtic fans, and one of them said that Kenny Miller was leaving to join. Did he go to Wolves or somewhere like that? But it was so he could leave a year later and go to Rangers. And I was thinking, this guy is absolutely daft. How would anyone have that information a year ahead of time? How would you know Kenny Miller's intentions? But so approved.
Yeah, there you go.
But not very many people have made that change. And I assume the Rangers staff don't really care about your religion anymore, because I assume quite a lot of those fellas who play for Rangers are not Protestant necessarily.
All right. Well, two things, Johnny. First of all, how do you know if someone runs marathons?
They tell you about it.
Yeah, they'll fucking tell you about it. And the other thing is, I remember that move at the time as well. I remember, like, must have been the national news, like, interviewing, like, Celtic lads holding a pint in a bar in Glasgow. Just like, I'll never fucking speak like that again. Like, everyone just be. But it was national news. It genuinely was. It was huge.
Yeah, well, it's before my time, but I knew the name, and the only reason, like, I would have known his name growing up, and the only reason I know that name is because he made that particular switch. I couldn't have named many Celtic or Rangers strikers from the 80s, but if you'd asked me when I was 15 who Mo Johnson was, I probably could have told you.
Now, feels like a challenge, isn't it? Naming Celtic. Mark Haitley, Gordon Jury.
That's all 90s though, isn't it?
Is it? All right. Anyway, but yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, great pick. And yeah, I genuinely do remember it, Johnny, at the time. I remember that thing going down. I remember it being the news that it was. So good for you.
You know those footage of any of those things when they interview people in bars, like, contemporaneously. So Ireland brought in the smoking ban. I think it was in 2002. We're the first country to do that, Like, yeah, it happened in New York and in California, but we were the first country to bring in a nationwide smoking ban. And there's this TV show in Ireland called Reeling in the Years, where they just show things from any given year and they play music from that year, and it's always fun. But I saw the one for the smoking ban, and Jesus Christ, it looks like about 50 years ago. Everybody is so wretched looking and stuff, I think we look a lot better now, and I wonder to what extent is the smoking ban that helped us,
I think it's that. People say it's water. We just drink so much water than people did in the past. That's why we feel them so youthful. I heard that because, yeah, if you look at people in their 70s or our age, it's like they've already put on their tan suit and they've got that, like, tan warm jumper. It's like, well, I've given up on life. That's me done as a sexual object forever. I'm drinking off. Ban now.
And everybody is saying, that smoking ban will never work. It will never work. Well, it did. It was quite successful. But anyway, okay.
Oh, just a bit of smoking. But I remember, like, them talking about it on the news. And, like, I was in the car with my mate Ed, and they were like, in California today. Well, it wasn't American. It was like, California's brought in a smoking ban. I was like, that'll be us in 10 years, Ed. And he was like, absolutely no way with it. Well, Ed, I was right.
Is Ed the friend that you subsequently ghosted?
No, I'm ghosted, Ed. Still in. All righty. All right. Man, there are some fucking great players left.
Oh, there are. There's a, like, to use your favorite word, there's a smorgasbord of great players left.
Mm. Maybe I'm going to shore up my midfield with a beautiful snake. Lovely, delicious midfield snake. Free kick taking snake. A lovely English snake. No, I'm not going to have Declan Rice. All right, I'm going to go. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going for, seeing as we are the Dynamo Football Book Club, I put it to you that the incident which embarked this snake on his journey is the most famous football autobiography quote of all time. So I'm going for
Ashley Cole.
Yep, Ashley Cole. When I saw Arsenal had offered me £55,000, I nearly swerved off the road. I put it to you, Johnny, that is the most famous quote from any football autobiography ever.
Wait, and we have probably read a lot more autobiographies than most people. Let's say that much, football autobiographies, that is, and I can't remember a single line from any of them. but I do know that line, yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm going for Ashley Cole. I mean, he didn't go to Spurs, but he went to Chelsea, which is worse of a time because Chelsea were much more of a threat.
Yeah, and there was a spate of those Arsenal defections at the time, wasn't there? You know, obviously Van Persie went to United, Gail Clichy went to City,
Adabai score.
Adebayo scored. Did what's the name of Samir Nasri? Didn't he go to City as well?
Oh yeah, he did. They were just a feeding ground for City at the time, weren't they?
Yeah,
Arsenal.
They were, yeah. So yeah, they were really getting it. They were getting it in the neck from all sides. Kind of fun, actually.
All right, but I'm going to defend Ashley Cole here. I think Ashley Cole was the best fullback in the world at that time. I imagine Roberto Carlos would have something to say about that. But he was absolutely brilliant, Ashley Cole. Famously, always had Ronaldo in his pocket. No one else could manage it, but he could always tame Ronaldo. And he went on to make 120 grand a week at Chelsea as opposed to a 55 at Arsenal. I mean, come on, it's not fair. And I remember thinking, I read Steven Gerrard's autobiography, and there's a line in that where he's asked Liverpool for 110 grand a week, and Liverpool are giving him 70. And he is fucking furious about this. Like, what are Liverpool playing? Hey, what's the going rate for an attacking international style attacking midfield? Is 110 grand a week. Now, he stayed, but he was still angry about not getting the money he'd been promised. I feel a bit for Ashley Cole. I mean, what did he ever do really that was wrong? I'll tell you one thing about Ashley Cole, though. I mean, this is what I would pull out of my wife. Like, Ashley Cole, it was a headline in the Sun, like, Ashley Cole, don't call me a diver. Well, don't dive. It's so easy, like. Right, anyway. Yeah, so I've got absolutely no strike force. And Jesus, look at the attacking talent I've left on the path. I've got no strike. Anyway, there you go. I've made my bed. Now I'm going to lie in it. Ashley Cole.
Well, you were saying the goalkeeper was a problem position. I was going to take Thibaut Courtois just because he is the spitting image of my brother, as you know, because he has played for both Atletico and Real Madrid, which he played for Atletico before he went to Chelsea. But I will stick in England, and I will also stick in the whole Arsenal area because it's Pat Jennings.
Oh, Jennings, explain more. I did see that Jennings was listed among footballing snakes, but I just thought Pat Jennings is just too boring.
Yeah, it's so boring, isn't he? But it's funny. It's funny, isn't it? Like he played for Spurs for 13 years and got 472 appearances. So you're thinking that's a pretty good career. He played for Watford initially, and he thought his career was up. But then on the 6th of August 1977, he went to Spurs' arch rivals Arsenal because he thought it was the end of his career. How long do you think he played for Arsenal?
No, 472 guys.
237 games.
That's not bad.
Another 8 years. So and he won like the FA Cup. He won 3 FA Cups. and he won the European Cup Winners' Cup. You know, it's kind of the same story, I suppose, isn't it? Leave Spurs and win things, but there you go. So Pat Jennings, I just throw him in there for the crack, because as you said, he is so much crack.
He certainly is. Oh, Pat, the life and soul of a party. All right, well, we've got some notable mentions, right?
You did another mention. I'll type this into our machine, all right?
Okie dokie. All right, well, here's some famous other footballing snakes. Lee Clark played 200 games in Newcastle, went to Sunderland and was pictured in a T-shirt saying "Sad Mackem Bastards," which is not advisable. Mackems, for our foreign listeners, are Sunderland supporters, and they are sad bastards, fucking scum. A huge one, and one of the absolute Mount Rushmore of footballers, Johan Cruyff, did the dirty on Ajax to go to Feyenoord, and he did that deliberately to piss Ajax off. So that is a great shout for him. Now, here's a weird one. Landon Donovan. Now, he would play for San Jose Earthquakes. He says he wants to leave San Jose Earthquakes because he wants to try his luck in Europe. Goes to Bayer Leverkusen, who's owned by AEG, and our old friend Alexi Lalas is head of football. Alexi Lalas then immediately sends him back to LA Galaxy. Immediately. So he did this straight little jump from San Jose to LA Galaxy. And apparently San Jose Earthquake fans fucking hated him. Sol Campbell. Yeah, well, we didn't have Sol Campbell or Luis Figo. Sol Campbell famously from Arsenal to Spurs, and Luis Figo from Barcelona to Real Madrid, prompting a Barcelona fan to smuggle into the stadium a pig's head and to throw it at him. Tevez went from Man United to City. But the thing with me with this one, Johnny, is just like Tevez steadfastly refused to even speak English. So much did he hate the English. What does he give a fuck? Like, he's not going to live in England. He's going to just make his money and as much as he can, and then he's going to fuck off and never, ever come back. It's easy for him. He doesn't have to deal with the circumstances every day. And I just had a little sniff of Declan Rice, snaked out on Ireland to play for England. And of course, the manager of my team would be Harry Redknapp, manager at Portsmouth. Fucks off to Southampton, gets them relegated, goes back to Portsmouth. Delicious snake behaviour. And that's my notable mentions.
Okay, Al, we really have... I definitely have better players, but I didn't pick any midfielder, so...
Yeah, I didn't pick a striker. I mean, I'll be bossing the midfield, that's for sure.
You've got Chris Cummins, no?
He's not a striker. Fuck.
Okay, so here we go. It's Team Johnny starts stronger. Ronaldo's peace and power. Team Alistair goes one up with a Barnby pass to Chris Cummins. But here comes Johnny's team. Luis Enrique steps up from midfield and exchanges a 1-2 with Dennis Law, and it's 1-1. And then just before half-time, Ronaldo gets his reward when Enrique wins it in midfield, lays it wide. Ronaldo powers past Cole. Wrong Ronaldo. Sorry, Al. Yeah, 2-1, Johnny. Schmeichel keeps Alistair in it. A flying save to tip Johnson's header over the bar. Commons equalises. Oh, my God. You got to love that Chris Commons, eh? 2-2. So it's moment of the match. Here it comes. Dennis Law rolls back the ears, collects it from Enrique, back heels through Ruggeri's legs and smashes home. Crowd goes wild. 3-2 to Team Johnny. And in the final minutes, as Team Alistair pushes forward, Cole almost snakes in at the back post, but Ronaldo breaks on the counter, shrugging off Ruggeri and firing low across Schmeichel for a 4-2 win. A man of the match, Ronaldo. 2 goals, 1 assist. And relentless pressure, must be early Ronaldo. And then other standouts include Luis Enrique ran the midfield. Chris Commons was sharp and loyal. And Peter Schmeichel was outstanding despite conceding 4.
Well, I'm not surprised by that result, Johnny, I have to tell you.
No, nor am I. By the way, you didn't mention Seedorf, did you?
Oh, Seedorf, is he considered a rat?
He did play for Inter and for Milan. He was pretty damn good. You mentioned Zlatan?
No, I didn't mention that. What?
Christian Vieri?
No Vieri.
Pirlo?
No Pirlo.
Yeah, there's quite a stock of players from Italy. When I was googling the numbers, you know, the amount of players, like I was doing on ChatGPT, so these things can be wrong, but it said 9 players have played for United and Liverpool, and like more than 40 have played for Milan and Inter.
Yeah, that's it. The one that came up for me, the Italian, was he's not Italian, but Higuain, and how the people in Napoli feel about him after he fucked off to Juventus. They absolutely hate him.
Or in
A Naples rapper came up with a song, "I'll only be happy when he's dead." Yep. I love Higuain. It's just, yeah, it seems to me, Italy, you can go anywhere you like, and I'm sure I'll be set straight on this, but as long as you don't go to Juventus. Juventus are the team they all fucking hate.
Fiorentina fans rioted when Baggio signed for Juventus.
Oh, yeah, Baggio was the other snake.
Yeah. Of the United Liverpool ones, the poor old Michael Owen really kind of set his whole career on fire, didn't he?
I mean, this is the thing with Owen. It's like, you know, Liverpool fans already held him in contempt, and then it's just sort of like, oh, well, here's the cherry on the cake. I'm signing to United. Look at me, I'm fucking useless.
Yeah, he was useless. He did score that goal against Man City, but yeah, he's a funny one, Michael Owen. I think we should do his book because I think he's one of the biggest idiots in football, one of the biggest assholes in football, which is really saying something.
He was on a TV show in America, and he was dressed up like he was presenting a Saturday night family show, like his smart little suit. And I was like, "You see that man there?" to the wife, and she was like, "Yes." I was like, "He was about the fastest man in the world 20 years." This guy was like, "No, he wasn't." He's like, "He really was. He was. That chubby, like entertainment presenter was the fastest man in the world. He was so good at football." It's like, that man. Yep. He doesn't look like it, does he? He's such a weirdo. He's just so off. It's just something a little bit wrong with him. Do you see the other day he replied to a quote, and it was a tweet. It was just like, who was a better player at 17, Rooney or Owen? And like, if you're Mike, don't fucking get baited by that stuff. But he wrote this long list going, well, yeah, Rooney didn't get injured and went on to have a longer career, so now he is remembered as a better player. But at 17. And then he listed all the stats, and he was right. I mean, he outscored Rooney way, 17, 18, 19. But it's like, what are you doing, Michael? What are you doing? Don't do that. Don't worry about it.
You've seen the Southall video, right?
No, I'm not sure.
Ah, come on. For whatever reason, he's Southall's got a kid who he's teaching goalkeeping skills, and Michael Owen is taking shots. And he scores, and he's like celebrating like in like a kind of an insane kind of way. And Southall says he's only 13. He's telling him Owen to calm down, and it's just fucking ridiculous. Owen, there is something just a small bit off about him, isn't there?
Oh, there definitely is. There's another. I could just talk about Michael Owen all day. There's this other video where he said, like, when he was a kid, he used to throw his dirty like food wrappers into the bin. Oh no, it might have been apple cores. And like, he said he'd do it, and his mum and dad would be watching, and he knew that if he missed and like hit the wall and there was an apple core, his mum would get very angry at him. But Michael Owen was like, you see, I had the bravery to do it. I had the bravery to throw that apple core in the bin. And when I did it successfully, my dad would just give me a nod. Well done for your bravery, Michael. It's like, you're so weird. You're so weird. He's only ever watched 5 movies, right? He's like, oh, they're not real. I don't want to watch them. That's not how it works. So weird.
Okay, well, I think we should do Owen's book then. How long is it? That's the only question. I guess there would be an awful lot of his. He'd just be so wounded, I guess, in a lot of it, which would be quite glorious, wouldn't it?
Oh, and can you imagine how it would be written as well? I bet my daughter could read Michael Owen's book. It's going to be short words, just for all the simple people. But I mean, who likes Mike? No one likes Michael Owen, right? Nobody.
Do you think he's like Real Madrid? I guess they don't remember him.
No, he's a footnote. Totally forgotten. Totally. No, he came up and was like, there was something on Reddit, like, did he play for Milan? For Real Madrid, did he? I forgot. Yeah, he was a nothing.
Not loved by England fans. That really was a glorious goal, that one, wasn't it?
The Argentina game. I made noises for that game. I made funny noises. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. But you did think this is going to be the greatest player in the world at the time. You thought the greatest player in the world is going to be English. And it's going to be Michael Owen. Nope. Could have been the Ballon d'Or, though, didn't he? He won the fucking Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Michael Owen.
That's probably what he tells himself all the time in bed. When he's laying awake at night.
Yeah, Rio de Brooks comparing him with Wayne Rooney, like, Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, okay, Al, thank you very much. I think that puts me 6-5 in the series.
Yeah, well, that sounds about right. I'm surprised I've got 5, to be honest.
And big shout out to Fergo Coffee for recommending this particular draft. This was Fergo's idea. I think he'll be particularly happy with your Nick Barmby choice because Fergal is a scumbag scouser himself.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fergal.
Yeah, okay, that's great. So we will be back next week with Tim Park's A Season in Verona, which is a companion piece to The Miracle of Castel di Sangro. Another great book about 90s Italian football.
And then hopefully sometime soon we'll be back with Michael Owen's book.
Yeah, we'll do Owen's book. I bet he's got 3 as well. I bet he released an autobiography when he was like 22. I bet he did.
Oh, yeah, you can be absolutely certain of that, yeah. Yeah, okay, Al, all right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Johnny, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening, folks. Bye-bye.
Next moment, sunshine, it plays on the